You know what the one that fucking threw me for a loop so hard was like you talk to any teacher, biologist, like rational adult, and they're like, yeah, masturbation is part of like
right.
you know, when you hit puberty, it's something you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then in the Catholic Church, you're supposed to you're supposed to say it in confession.
Yeah.
So you'd be in confession with like some strange guy and be like, I am, and I think the actual, like the old school Catholic term is that I was impure with myself.
Right. That's
and
a nice way.
You say that to some guy who's like, how many times? And you're like, a lot.
Yeah. And you're just talking to a man in a closet in the dark, you know, and he can actually see you through that.
Yeah.
That opaque
Can I tell you
piece
the
of
truth
paper.
that one time for real, it did kind of traumatize me.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure he was getting off on it.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. It really threw me.
Yeah. No, that's too much, especially for a kid. Luckily, you had a wall between you. Not everybody gets that.
But I remember being there. I was on my knees, you know, because you're in, like,
yeah.
And I remember just hearing the way he was speaking and like breathing and everything. And as I'm doing it, I just remember like, you know, when you know something's wrong.
Yes.
Like I was like, what? And then he's just, you know, gives you your 10 Our Fathers, and I remember walking out of there like, what the fuck? That's not supposed to go like that. Like,
did you tell anybody? But because you didn't really know what happened exactly.
I mean, I wasn't like 8. I was a teen.
Yeah.
But I was still in the like church, like,
right.
You know, and I just remember I did say something. Of course, it was like dismissed as like, oh, you probably thought you were hearing something.
As it is, people are not willing to deal with that because it ruins their faith that they're heavily invested in.
Yeah, it kind of instilled that anxiety and fear that, you know, a lot of things that are, I mean, look, a lot of it's like, I think sexually related, right? That they're like,
yes, a lot of it.
There's a lot of like shame and like things become, you get repressed and you get a guilt complex over not even like, I mean, sexual acts, but just the normal things that are happening biologically inside of you. And
yes.
You kind of go like, I'm bad. I'm bad. I'm having these thoughts. I just looked at a girl and I got excited. I'm a bad person, you know. Like,
and they told me like even thinking about it is a sin.
Yes.
And it's like, what the fuck? Have you ever tried to not think about something?
Yeah. Yeah.
All you can see is a pair of tits.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I didn't even, this is a huge Your Mom's House exclusive.
Okay.
I didn't even jerk off until I was like 18.
What?
Not a once. I actually had like wet dreams to get it out.
Really?
Because I was like that scared of it.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then
they really got to you.
Oh yeah. And I thought like, it was weird. It was a weird thing. I thought like only gay people jerked off, which was a sin. And then, but I also think there weren't even really gay people.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was just something you called your friends when you were making fun of them.
Tier 1 masturbator. I mean, I was jerking off
right.
So young.
Yeah.
And I also wanted comfort one time, and I just walked up and I had done it in the shower. And I don't know. I just wanted to be told that's normal or whatever. So I go up to my dad and I'm trying to say it, you know, but I'm too scared to say it directly.
Right. Impure.
So I go, I still remember. I was in the shower, and I was, I was like washing myself, and he's like, "Yeah," and I go, and then I was washing like my private area, and then like all this stuff came out, and I'm just like, I'm saying it like a kid so that he'll, kinda, and he goes, "Next time, don't wash there so long."
And use conditioner.
And then he just kind of rushed away. Yeah, I was like, oh, so I did do something wrong.
Right. It's so strange.
And I also asked him, I go, did you ever masturbate? And he goes, one time. When I was 16. And I was like, seriously? He's like, I mean, obviously I get that he's trying to be like, I don't know, don't do that. But it would have been cool to be like, yeah, it's a normal thing that healthy teenagers.
Yeah,
Like,
I think in my generation, it's like Santa Claus.
Yeah.
It's like, we're going to bullshit you until
Yeah.
you figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't, and I don't blame him for not feeling comfortable.
I don't either. I mean, he could, all he should have done is been like, don't do it outside while you're looking at a girl at the park.
Yeah.
But like, don't do it at the mall.
Yeah.
But in your room is fine.
And I'm just thinking it's so weird for him to find out that you were going to end up making a lot of money talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he didn't want to talk about it.
He didn't want to talk about it at all. And maybe that's why I talk about it so much. Thank you for watching that highlight here from YMH Studios. That was a highlight or a clip, whichever word you prefer. You watched it, and there are so many more little bite-sized episode things. They're just click them. Maybe it's someone screaming or bleeding. Maybe it's just laughing at someone, making fun of them.